welcome to the Fulham Focus podcast. My name is Matt Boisclair and I'm your host for the Fulham Focus quiz of the season. You may have wanted to forget the past 9 months or so, but we're here to remind you that forgetting is not healthy, and a good blowout in the form of a quiz will help cleanse you of a season which fell as flat as a Matt Baldwin Rafa Benitez article. Please feel free to shout out the answers as we go along, but if you're in public, and especially if you're wearing anything that would identify you as a Fulham supporter, remember that you're listening on your own, and randomly shouting out Fulham-related nonsense may get you some funny looks on the bus. Two men who regularly receive funny looks when they're on the bus are joining me for the fun and games. Firstly, you know him as the posh regular host of the Fulham Focus show. His mum knows him as John. We know him as some flash ponce from the Audi advert. We also know him as Jmac. It's Jmac! Good evening, Jmac.
Hello, mate. How are you?
I'm good. Nice to see you on the other side of the fence for once. Okay, and secondly, if he was any more laid back, he could pass as a Fulham defender under pressure on the verge of relegation. It's Matt Domm.
Yeah, good evening, mate. I'm good.
Now, gents, let's see if you spent the last few weeks since the last game of the season clearing your head ready for next season, or whether you still wake up in the middle of the night reliving some of our defending. The latter, of course, puts you in pole position to win this week's prize, which is a punch in the balls from Sergio Rico. The loser will, of course, be responsible for tamely crossing you into the box. Right, so question one. So I'm going to give this to you first, Jmac, I think. Question one. In all competitions, how many players have scored 5 or more goals this season?
I'm going to say... how many players have scored more than 5 or more goals? I'm going to say 4.
And Matt, what do you think?
Mitrovic, Schürrle. Anyone else? I think 2.
Well, no points to anyone, I'm afraid, because the correct answer was 3. So you got Mitrovic. You got Mitrovic, who got 11 goals. You got Schürrle, who got 6. And then the other one was Ryan Babel, who got 5.
Oh, of course.
And then the next one after that was Abubakar Kamara, who got 3. So
yeah, that's
no
right.
points to anyone. Right. No points to anyone after question 1. Great start. Question 2. How many players played the full 90 minutes for all 3 managers' first matches this season? Okay, so who played for Scott Parker, Ranieri and Djukanovic's first matches this season? How many players? And that goes to you first, Matt Domm.
There's a few changes. I think 5. Let's go with 5.
And Jmac, what do you think?
I'm going to say, oh shit. I'm going to say 7.
7?
Yeah.
Wow, we're on a roll here. No points again for anybody. The answer is just 2 players played in all 3 matches. So nobody got a point there, I'm afraid. The answer is 2. And the 2 players were Callum Chambers and Ryan Sessegnon. They're the only 2 players that played the full 90 minutes for all 3 of those matches. Kenny and Mitrovic also started all 3 of those matches but didn't finish them. So it's still 0-0. Wonderful stuff. Okay, question 3, and this is going to you first, Jmac. Ryan Sessegnon became the club's youngest player to score in the Premier League this season, beating Collins John's record. How many days did Collins hold the record for?
These are hard. Are these hard or is it me? All right.
Get your calculator out.
Do you just want to give him the answer?
Well, I mean, I don't even know how many days are in a year. Hold on.
We don't have to get this exact, do we?
Hold on. There's 2.
No, you don't have to get this one exact. It can be nearest.
All right.
This one. So someone is going to get a point here.
2,375.
Okay, Matt Domm.
Okay. Well, 10 years is 3,650, right?
Yeah.
So roughly half of that. Let's go 5,000.
Oh, mate.
That's a point to Matt Domm. The answer is 5,306 days.
I had my calculator as well.
Ryan Sessegnon was 18 years and 155 days old, 21 days younger than Collins John. He only had 3 more opportunities left in order to break the record. So if he hadn't scored in those 3 games, then Collins John would probably still be the youngest scorer. Well, he would be the youngest scorer for Fulham now. They're the only 2 18-year-olds to score for the club in the Premier League. The only other teenagers to score for Fulham in the Premier League are Cauley Woodrow and Gael Kakuta, who were both 19 years old when they scored. So there you go. Okay, Matt Domm is 1-0 up after 3 questions. Let's go on to question 4. A Premier League side can use a maximum of 114 substitutes in one season. How many did Fulham use last season?
It's a tough one. Most games it will be all of them. I'm going to go with 102.
Okay, Matt Domm says 102. And Jmac, over to you.
I'm going to say 93.
Another point to Matt Domm. The correct answer is 108.
Damn it.
Question number 5. Harvey Elliott.
I love the page turn. Sorry, go on.
Question number 5. Harvey Elliott broke Matthew Briggs' record as the youngest Premier League player when he came off the bench against Wolves at Molineux. How many days did he beat the record by? And that is to you first, Jmac.
This is really annoying because I think I'm going to say it's 11 days.
11 days, says Jmac. Okay, and Matt, what do you think?
It's tough. I remember it was quite a lot of days, and then it was getting closer, but I don't know how close it was getting.
I thought it was really fine.
I'll go with 75.
Okay, that is a point to Jmac, because the correct answer is 35 days.
Nice.
Harvey Elliott was 16 years and 30 days old, and Matthew Briggs was 16 years and 65 days old. And where on earth is Matthew Briggs these days? Who knows? One other thing to say here is that Matthew Briggs held the record for 11 years, 11 months, 22 days, or 4,375 days. Hope you're writing this down. Okay, so the score at the moment, 2-1 to Matt Domm. Okay, the next...
Ooh, wait a minute. Isn't it 3-1 to Matt Domm? Sorry to interrupt you.
Nope, it is
2-1
to Matt Domm.
That's
Get back
nice.
in your box.
Okay, good. No, I'm back. Sorry, I'm back. But I want to host.
You can give me points if you want. I don't mind.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Right, we're moving on to the transfers round. Okay, question number 1. This is to Jmac. On deadline day of the January transfer window, Bordeaux avoided answering the phone to stall Fulham over the signing of their fullback. What was his name?
Oh my God.
No.
No, I mean, I immediately wanted to say Diego Roland, but that's not it at all. Oh man. Oh man.
Any inkling? You either know it or you don't.
I don't know it. It's like, I want to sort of guess something interesting, but I'm just going to say, for shits and giggles, I'm going to say Diego Roland, because obviously it's not him, but we got screwed by them before. So yeah, Diego Roland.
Correct answer is Yusuf Sabai.
Yes, I know. Yes.
Could have changed all of our lives, that guy. Okay, doke. Right, Dom, your question is: which club is Abu Kamara on loan to, or was he on loan to? Because I believe he's back.
Oh, man.
Danny has written here, if it's Dom, I want the correct spelling too.
Oh, Christ, I don't know. Somewhere in Turkey. It's like Antalya Spor or something like that, but I don't remember.
That's not a bad guess, but it is Yeni Malatyaspor.
I've never even heard of that team.
Me neither. Question 2 of the transfers round to Jmac. Which club did we loan Havard Nordveit from?
God. Hold on.
Hold on, I'm just going to Google it.
No, you can't hit. Yeah, Siri, where did we get Hoffen? I'm gonna say Offenheim.
Oh, great shout! That's a point. Well played.
Excellent.
Good man. Okay, and question number 2 to Matt Domm. Where did we sign Ryan Babel from?
Oh, it's Turkey again, wasn't it? I don't know. Fenerbahce.
Afraid not, my man. It was Besiktas.
Damn it.
Okay, moving on to question 3. Jmac, which club was Rui Font on loan to this season?
Is it Sporting Lisbon?
It's not, I'm afraid, mate. It is Lille.
Damn it.
The next question to Matt is, Which club did Seri and Le Marchand sign from?
Oh, right, we're going to France. I don't know why I need to say what country it's from.
Right.
I think that was Nice.
Correct. Give him a point. Jmac. Last summer, Fulham began a little trend of announcing new signings with a catchphrase or a pun themed around the new player's name. For example, Fabries was shit. Sorry, Fabries was fabulous. Series was serious. But what was used to announce Luciano Vietto's arrival? And it's something we've all been singing this season, time and time again. We haven't, by the way.
We haven't? Okay.
We haven't been singing this at all.
I just want to sing the Cornetto advert when I think of him. Damn it.
Or Viennetta, if they do it.
That's it, Viennetta, yeah. Did they have a theme song, Viennetta? That's neither here nor there.
Probably.
Okay, yeah. Because I remember most of them as well. The only thing I remember about Vietto was him wearing that mask. It was like he was wearing like a Zorro mask. I'm going to pass this one. Sorry, lads.
Okay, the correct answer is Viva Vietto. I feel like that should have a question mark at the end. Viva Vietto. Okay, 0 point. Matt Domm. Likewise, which phrase was used to announce Alfie Mawson?
I'm going to go with Mawson.
No. The correct answer is Totally Mawson.
I was about to say that. God damn it.
Next question to Jmac. Who did the official Fulham website reveal as the club's first summer signing back in July last year?
It wasn't Joe Bryan, because we sort of hijacked that off Villa, the newly promoted Villa. Bastards.
Not every answer is Joe Bryan, mate.
I know. It might be. It wasn't Anguissa, because that came out quite late, and he took ages to arrive.
The question is who was it, not who wasn't it.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to think. I know, but
you're going to list them all.
It wasn't Mitrovic either. It was the one before that.
Correct.
It was just before him. Oh, this is hard. Doing the quiz is hard. It's a lot of pressure. Sorry, I've literally got my hand on my face, like looking really. No, don't be like that.
Can I get Fergie time as well?
Can I ask? Was it a loan?
No, you
was
may
it
not.
an official? Okay, fine. In which case, I'm going to say Callum Chambers.
Correct answer was Maxime Le Marchand. Technically, Le Marchand and Seri were announced together as a double signing on the 12th of July 2018. However, the question asked who the first signing was to be revealed by the club website. A news feed was released for Le Marchand at 10:59am, and a second one was released a minute later, announcing Seri at 11am. Therefore, the correct answer is Maxime Le Marchand. Okay, Matt, same again, but this time, who was the last of our 5 summer deadline day signings to be revealed on the club's website?
Oh, damn.
Give you a clue. It wasn't Maxime Le Marchand.
I'm wondering if this answer might be Joe Bryan.
Are you?
I'm wondering. I'm going to go
if
for
you
it.
get this and you use Joe Bryan, I will be so upset. But all right, let's go on then.
Andre Frank Zamboanguissa.
Of course it was, yeah.
We made
Andre Frank
5 deadline...
Zamboanguissa.
Yeah, that's the boy. We made 5 deadline day signings on the 9th of August, and Anguissa was the last, revealed at 8:30pm. Fosu Mensah was announced at 8pm, Vietto at 7pm, Joe Bryan was at 5:45pm, and Sergio Rico was at 19 minutes past 5. So there you go.
What a day.
What a day. What a day. Okay, so the scores at the end of that round. Matt Domm is 3-2 up. Okay, next round is Focus Fortunes. Likely based on the TV show Family Fortunes, this round is a back-and-forth game. You'll take it in turns to try and name the 6 players on the following list for a specific category. You'll have 3 attempts each, and people at home will have 6 attempts. Lucky people at home. A point will be given for each correct answer. Okay, so the question is, name the top 6 players who featured the most in the Premier League this season who haven't received a single booking. Okay, and it's back and forth. So let's go to Jmac first. Give me a player who hasn't been booked.
Floyd Ayite.
That is a point for you, my friend. Matt.
I don't know if Tom Kearney was booked. Go with Tom Kearney.
Another point to you. Jmac. Give me another name.
Can I say Fabry?
You can say Fabry and you'll get a point. Well done.
Nice.
Good answer.
Matt,
Sessegnon?
which Sessegnon?
Good question. Ryan.
So another point for you, and your final attempt, Jmac.
Tim Ream.
Afraid not.
Oh, it was too good to be true.
that was going to be my last one.
Was it? Pick somebody else.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Desperately trying to think. I've got a choice of two now. Let's go Vieto, because I don't think he gets stuck in a lot, does he?
No, he doesn't, but he's not on there. So the other two in the list were Nieskins Kambano and Havard Nordveit. So you both got 2 points each there. So the scores on the doors are Jmac has 4 points and Matt has 5 points. 5-4.
KG.
Very cagey. Very cagey. This round is called Guess the Figure. Question is, Mitrovic finished the campaign as our top scorer. What percentage of Fulham's Premier League goals did he score? Mitrovic finished the campaign as our top scorer. What percentage of Fulham's Premier League goals did he score? And let's go to you first, Matt.
He got 11. We scored 36 or so. 29%.
Jmac, what's your answer? What percentage of our goals did Mitro get this season?
I'm going to say 37%.
The closest is Matt Domm, because the answer is 32.35%. So point to Matt.
Oh, my God.
So Matt is currently 6-4 up.
Yeah.
Bit of work to do there, mate, to catch up.
I might park the bus.
Question 7. The final design for the new Riverside stand has cut the projected capacity by how many seats compared to Mohammed Al Fayed's original design? So it's slightly less than the original design that Big Mo planned, but by how many seats is it less? Going to you first, Jmac.
I'm led to believe Al Fayed's was going to just be 30,000, and I think ours is about 2 or 3. I'm going to say 420 seats.
And Matt, what's your guess?
I think the new one's about 29.5. Mo's one, I don't know. I think was over 30. I'm going to go 1,500.
Okay, so the original design put forward by Mr. Al Fayed was 30,000, and the new capacity when the work is completed will be 29,600. The difference is 400. Point to Jmac, who said 420. Well done, man.
Thank you, mate.
Done. That's what parking the bus does for you. Right. I've just got to add here, off the back of that question, the original plans for the Riverside stand during the Al Fayed era were released on the 12th of January 2012. 2,687 days later, the club confirmed that work on the stand will commence this summer. Good work, Danny. That's some good research. Okay, question 8. That sounded really sarcastic, and it was.
And it was.
Question 8. In March, Slavica Jokanovic, our former manager, teased fans with an accidental tweet which sparked a theory amongst some fans that he was going to return. He later claimed it was a pocket tweet, which was then deleted. The tweet was a random jumble of letters which didn't make a word. Now, it'd be cruel to ask you to spell the word, so instead, how many vowels were in the tweet? And going to you first, Matt Domm.
Christ. I'm going to say none.
Okay, Jmac.
I think it's 1. It was like Fumatuga Toga or something like that. I think it was an O, but I'm going to go with 1.
Fumatuga Toga. Okay.
Oh, something. Fumatuga. It may be an I. Should I go to 2? I'm going to say 1.
Okay, you've gone for 1. So the tweet was TTTYGR. The correct answer is no vowels. Point to Matt Domm. He's 7-5 up. Question number 9. 28 players were used in the Premier League this season. What percentage of them were European? Jmac, over to you.
I'm going to say 60. 64.
And Matt?
So, Tim Ream, Cabano, Aite, Anguissa.
Why can't you just guess? Like, why are you listing it all out?
75. Am I taking too long, J-Mac?
So the correct answer, it's 22 out of 28 players, which makes 78.57%.
Get in.
Point for Matt Domm. And you almost listed all of those players there that aren't European. There's Tim Ream, Andre Frank Zambo-Anguissa, Jean-Michel Seri, Floyd Ayite, Niskins Cabano, and Luciano Vieto. So that makes it 8-5. 8-5 to Matt Domm as we move on to question number 10. How many games did Fulham win in the Premier League last season? And that's to you first, Matt Domm, I believe.
Oh, how many was it in the end? 6, I think.
Jmac. if I want to say something different, but if he gets the point, I'm just good. Yeah, I'm going to say 6.
Should have said something different. You're both wrong. The correct answer is 7 games.
Your head's gone to
Burnley, Brighton, Southampton, Bournemouth, Everton, Cardiff, and somebody else.
Huddersfield.
Huddersfield. There we go. You're not getting a point for that. I just couldn't remember. Okay, so it's still 8-5 to Matt as we move on to the next round, which is the general knowledge round. Okay, we're going to Jmac first here. Guess who said the quote? And the quote is, "I've never been involved in something like this. It's not easy to adapt to losing a lot." Who said it?
My instant reaction was Ranieri then, but I think it sounds very much like Borussia Dortmund chat. I think that's Andre Schürrle.
Well done, mate. Get a point for that. It was Andre Schürrle.
Nice.
I mean, and he was barely involved in something like this time either, especially towards the end of the season. Anyway, I digress.
And Ranieri's definitely used to losing, isn't he?
He very much is, yeah. Matt, the quote is, "Imagine not believing in Fulham. Superb attitude, massive comeback."
I'm going to go with TC, but I don't think that's right.
It's not right, mate. It was Sergio Rico. And I expect he'll be imagining not believing in Fulham quite a lot now, seeing as he's fucked off back to Spain. Jmac, true or false? In all competitions, there isn't a single team we've played this season who's failed to score at least once against us, either home or away.
False.
You are correct. Do you know who it was? One team.
Bournemouth.
They beat us 3-0 at the Cottage.
Oh, just at home, or was it home and away?
No, home and away. I mean, you've got the point.
Okay. Well, that was a lucky guess then. I'm going to say...
Stop talking.
I'm not going to tell you which one I think it was.
Okay, we'll move on.
No, can you tell me anyway?
It was Exeter City. We beat them 2-0 in the League Cup. Okay, next question to Matt is another true or false. In all 7 of Fulham's Premier League wins this season, they were not leading at half-time.
I think that's false because I'm pretty sure we were 3-2 up against Burnley at half-time.
You're spot on, mate. Well done. For 4 of the others, we were drawing 0-0 at half-time. We were drawing 1-1 with Southampton, and we were 2-0 down against Brighton. Okay, next question, Jmac. When we lost to Burnley at Turf Moor back in January, we thought that Burnley had set a record as the first team to win in the Premier League by scoring 2 goals without having a single shot on target. Eventually, the dubious goals panel later changed that, awarding Joe Bryan's own goal to whom?
It was away, wasn't it?
Yep, when we lost to Burnley at Turf Moor was a giveaway there, mate. Yep.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks very much. In which case, head says Ashley Barnes, heart says Chris Wood. It could be neither. Could have a head nor a heart. I'm going to go Ashley Barnes.
Yep, it was neither. It was Jeff Hendrick. Back to you, Matt. In January, Spurs nicked all 3 points with a last-minute header from Harry Winks. Which Spurs player scored an own goal to give Fulham the lead that day?
Oh,
that was Fernando Llorente.
It was the very man. Point to you, my friend. Okay.
Well done.
Back. You'd have got that one, would you?
Thanks, Jmac.
Yeah, totally.
I feel your honesty there.
Next question, back to Jmac. Who was Fulham's first substitute of the season, replacing Andre Schürrle?
Okay, no idea. But if it's Andre Schürrle and he was playing, I remember on the first game, he was playing I think on the right. I'm going to say Floyd Ayite, stab in the dark.
I'm afraid it was Abubakar Kamara getting his Premier
Oh, for
League
God's
debut.
sake, of course it was.
Yeah.
On the right, yeah.
Of course it was. Last question of this round is to you, Matt. Who scored Fulham's first goal of 2019 away at Arsenal?
One of the games I've desperately tried to forget. I think that might have been AK as well, right?
Yeah, you've been unsuccessful at forgetting it. It was AK. It was Kamara. Well done.
What I don't really understand is that for some reason I said, oh yeah, well, I remember Andre Schürrle was playing on the right that day, so I know what I'll do. I'll pick a left winger who probably came on. Why did I pick Floyd Ayite? This is not good.
So the scores at the end of that round are Jmac has 7 points and Matt has extended his lead slightly and is on 11 points. So he's ahead by 4. All right, it's another Focus Fortunes round. Same principle as before. 3 guesses each to find the 6 names on my list. For those of you at home, you can get 6 points if you can name them all. Okay, this round is the most used substitute. Can't remember whose turn it is, so let's go with Jmac. Give me a name, mate.
It's so hard because our team just kept rotating all the time. So you never know really who the starting lineup was and who the regular sub was.
Just pick a fucking sub.
It's so hard. It's so hard because I'm losing here and I really want to try and claw it back. Okay, I'm going to say Floyd Ayite. Fine, there you go.
Floyd Ayite is the top answer. He was used 13 times. Well done, mate. It was worth the wait. Matt, over to you.
I reckon Ryan Sessegnon.
Ryan Sessegnon. You get a point for Ryan Sessegnon. He was the third most. He was used 9 times. Back to you, Jmac.
I'm going to say Seri.
Seri is not there, I'm afraid, mate.
Okay, it's because I knew he was out of favour for a bit and coming on for Tom Kenny. All right, fine. Back
to you, Matt.
Vietto.
Damn it, I was going to say that.
Vietto is second on the list. He was used 10 times from the bench. And Jmac, there's still 3 names to find.
Yeah, Neeskins Cabano, come on, it's got to be.
Neeskins is not on the list, I'm afraid, mate.
Wow.
What is happening?
You've taken 2 wrong answers away from me.
It's good. There's still 3 on the list.
It could be anyone at this point. I'm going to go with TFM. Is that what we called him?
If you want to. You call him what you want. He's not on the list.
Prick.
So, yeah, exactly. So the most used substitutes were, in order, Floyd Ayite was used 13 times, Vietto was used 10 times, Ryan Sessegnon was used 9 times, as was Cyrus Christie. Stefan Johansson was used 8 times, as was Abubakar Kamara. They're the 6. Then the next 3 on the list were Kearney and Cabano, both used 7 times, and Anguissa 6 times. So there you go. Okay, after that little round of Focus Fortunes, Jmac has 8 points and Matt Domm has 13 points. Unlucky for some. Will it be unlucky for you, though, mate? Let's see, because we move into the final round, which is Danny Boy's bonus round. And I'm going to read what he's written here. Danny's gone and got the bonus out. Everything here is worth double bubble or more in some cases for this final round. How fucking exciting.
This is exactly what I needed. Yes, Danny. Yes.
So this is your question, Jmac, okay? There's 3 points up for grabs here.
I'm going to take so long in taking this answer. I'm really going to think. Just
What's a surprise? When we beat Millwall 3-1 at the Den in the League Cup, all 3 goal scorers for the Whites scored their first Fulham goals. But who were they? Hello?
Okay. Yeah. All right, hold on. I'm trying to remember. Okay, all right, hold on. Okay, all right. Luca Della Torre, I remember that.
Well done.
Joe Bryan, I remember he scored as well.
He did score.
Yeah. And I remember who was opposite Bryan, because it was kind of like we were absolutely bobbing them with the wing back.
You went, didn't you?
No, I wasn't there.
Oh,
Cyrus Christie, I'm going to just guess. I don't know.
Correct. Full house. Well done, mate. Well done. 3 points.
Yeah,
3
well played.
points. Few and far between this season for Fulham. But there we go. Right, Matt, your question. Fulham failed to score against 3 teams in all competitions last season. Name them. Hurry up, mate. Come on, hurry up.
Yeah, hurry up, mate.
So, Newcastle.
Well done.
Yeah, well done.
You know, this is hard. I'm guessing we didn't score against City.
Yep.
So City and
That's 2 of the 3.
same basis, I'll go with Liverpool.
No, Ryan Babel scored against Liverpool, mate. The other one was Crystal
Chelsea.
Palace.
Oh, of course.
So 2 points to you there. Jmac. Who was the goal scorer for the first goal we conceded this season?
Okay. The first goal was either Zaha or Schlupp. And one was a really tight angle, and that was Wilfried Zaha. Final answer.
Oh, unlucky. It was Schlupp.
No way! You're joking!
It was Schlupp. Schlupp got the first one at the Putney end, and then Zaha got the second one near the end in front of the Hammersmith end because we switched ends, didn't we?
So I know exactly why I think it was Zaha first, because it was in the other end, and that is completely Roy Hodgson's fault that I haven't got that point.
Matt, your question. Who was the last player to score against us for Newcastle on the last day of the season?
I think that was Rondon.
Well done, mate. That's a point to you. Extended your lead. Question 3. This will net you 2 points. Jmac. Who assisted Fulham's first goal of the season at Wembley for Mitrovic?
I'm pretty sure it was the love of my life, Joe Bryan, and I will make that my final answer.
Wrong. It was Brian
this is
Sessegnon.
Because I remember Joe Bryan did something just before.
You don't remember anything. You don't remember anything. That's the problem, mate. You've got no points for that question. Now pipe down.
Joe Bryan didn't do anything good by that point of the season, surely.
I'm just going to lie down.
Oh dear. All right, Matt. This is 2 points as well. Who did Ibrahima Cissé make his Premier League start against?
I know this one, and that's go on.
Yeah, well, I knew yours.
Who did Ibrahima? Fucking shut up! Who did Ibrahima Cissé make his Premier League debut against? No. Who did Ibrahima Cissé make his first Premier League start against?
I don't know.
Can I take it?
I think it was Ranieri, but in the Ranieri time, so I'll go with Leicester, but I really don't know.
No, it was Arsenal.
Man United.
Away.
Oh, never mind.
Brilliant. Magic.
That's definitely.
I thought that was
Arsenal. Yeah, Arsenal.
No. Cisse came on. He didn't start. He actually came on in the second half.
Yeah,
anyway,
it was his first start. We were.
Just don't listen to me ever.
No, we weren't.
Yeah.
Okay, question 4. 2 points up for grabs for this one. Jmac, 2 penalties we scored. Who got them, and who did they get them against?
Okay, so going back to the Man United game, that is Abubakar Kamara against Man United.
Well done, mate.
Against De Gea. And the other one, Mitrovic, Bournemouth.
Well done, mate. 2 points.
Boom.
Matt, same again, but name the 2 penalties that we missed.
Okay, infamously, AK against Huddersfield.
Yeah.
Oldham in the cup.
Well done, mate. 2 points.
Wait. Who missed it?
And okay, yeah, it was Mitrovic.
Yeah, it was. It was Mitro. Mitro against Oldham and Kamara against Huddersfield.
Just can't beat him. I can't beat him.
1 question left each. Jmac, who was Slav's last win against? Who was his last win against? And this is all competitions.
I think. And then Brighton was the downfall. We nearly won that. I think it was Burnley, 4-2.
It was Millwall in the cup. I'm afraid, mate.
This is just deadly quiz.
Millwall. Matt, your last question. Ranieri's reunion against his former champions Leicester ended 1-1 at the Cottage. Kamara opened the scoring, but who equalised for the Foxes to nick a point?
I think that was James Maddison.
It was, mate. Well done. Very well done.
Do you know what? I didn't know most of yours in that round, mate.
It's hard.
It was hard. It was hard.
Right. So the final scores are Jmac has 13 points, Matt Domm has 18 points. Now, we could make this a little bit interesting because there is a tiebreaker question, and seeing as there's 5 points difference between the two of you, we could make this last question worth 6 points. So the winner takes all tiebreaker.
I don't know. I mean, let's do it.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Okay, so the tiebreaker question is going to be worth 6 points. So whoever takes this will win the punch in the balls from Sergio Rico. So the question is, how many Premier League clean sheets have Fulham kept since our debut in 2001? And I'm going to give this to Jmac first because he is behind.
Okay. That's ridiculous. That's insane. Okay. 271.
Matt, you give your answer.
So, 14 seasons. Let's go roughly 10 a season. That's 140. A bit for luck because we were good under Roy. 150.
Oh, okay.
150. The correct answer is 143. Matt Domm takes the win.
I'm well done.
Right. I'm just trying to work out 271 divided by 14. That would be an average of just over 19 clean sheets a season. So over half of our matches our entire time in the Premier League, we'd have kept a clean sheet. I
think I've rounded it up too much by that. My math is terrible, but never mind.
It's worth a stab, but unfortunately, mate, Matt has beaten you by 24 points to 13.
That's fine. Look, if I took it and won that anyway, that would have been ridiculous. So a worthy winner, Matt. Well done, mate.
Thank you,
we've
mate.
had fun, haven't we? We've had fun, and that's the main thing.
I can't say I want to get punched in the balls, but
I'm
quite happy with the win.
Jmac's going to take you over to that corner flag and cross you in, and Rico's going to come out under no pressure and punch you in the bollocks, send you towards the halfway line. How's that sound? Happy summer.
That sounds fine because I don't think he'll hit the target.
He'll have a little flap, and then you'll probably end up in the back of the net somehow. All right, guys. Well, thank you ever so much for joining me this evening. I guess we're going to be taking a little break now as we go into the summer. I think there's going to be one or two Q&As that come out over the summer, and as soon as there's anything, then those of you who subscribe to the show will get a little notification via your podcast app to tell you that there's a show available. Otherwise, you can keep up to date with everything that's going on Fulham Focus on Twitter. Otherwise, thank you ever so much for listening this season. I know it's been a slog, both watching the team and listening to us ramble on. Hopefully you've had a bit of enjoyment out of it though. Thank you ever so much, and we'll see you next season.